You can spend 6 hours with your books and still remember nothing, or spend 3 hours with the right methods and remember everything. The difference? Wisdom that even Krishna spoke of thousands of years ago. Have you ever felt this? You studied day and night, stayed up late, filled notebooks with perfect notes, while your friends were out laughing and playing, and yet when results came, the one who studied less scored higher. It hurts, but the truth is, success in learning is not about how many hours you study. It is about how smartly and deeply you learn. The Bhagavad Gita in chapter 6 reminds us that the mind is restless, turbulent, strong, and stubborn. And every student knows this. You sit with the book, but soon your focus slips away. The problem is not your effort, it's the way your mind works. So instead of fighting it blindly, learn to guide it skillfully. Krishna in chapter 6 says, the yogi who masters the mind and senses finds peace. So let me give you 3 powerful methods backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science that will help you study better with best results. Number 1, the Pomodoro technique. Study in cycles. 25 minutes of focus study, then take a 5-minute break. Or 50 minutes of study and then 10 minutes of rest. Why? Because your brain can't maintain laser focus for endless hours. A study at the University of Illinois found that short breaks actually prevent vigilance fatigue and increases focus up to 40%. Think of it like sharpening a sword. You don't just keep swinging. You pause to sharpen and then cut it with more power. But remember, don't waste the break on games or social media. These are high dopamine distractions. Use the pause for stretching, breathing, or walking. This way, your brain resets and your focus multiplies. Before we continue, pause, breathe. If there is a worry, a dream, or even just a line you want Krishna to hear, write it down. Send your letter to Krishna to modernaimystic@gmail.com. Text or even audio if that feels easier. You can add your name or stay anonymous. Every Saturday, we share these letters in our Letter to Krishna episode with a heartfelt reply. So your voice becomes part of a bigger prayer. Second, active recall. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 says, in this world, nothing is more purifying than true knowledge. But knowledge becomes true only when it is within you, not just in your notebook. And that comes through recall. Close your book. Ask yourself, what did I just learn? Say it aloud in your own words. This is not just an opinion. Robert Beard, UCLA psychologist, proved through decades of research that recalling information strengthens memory far more than rereading. It's called the testing effect. Each time you struggle to recall, your brain weaves stronger memory pathways. So don't just read, test yourself. That's how you transform knowledge into wisdom. Third, the Feynman technique. Richard Feynman was a Nobel Prize winning physicist, and he was called the great explainer. His secret? He would learn a concept and then explain it as if teaching a child. Try this. After studying, imagine explaining it to a 5-year-old. If you can simplify it, you understand it. But if you get stuck, that's exactly where your clarity is missing. This method doesn't just make you remember, it makes you own the knowledge. It turns vague ideas into sharp understanding. Now, let me share Michael Faraday's story with you. Michael Faraday was born in London. As a young boy, he worked binding books to support his family. But instead of wasting time, he read every science book that came to his hands. At night, in his room, he copied experiments, practiced, and explained concepts aloud to himself, a form of active recall. He wasn't from a great university. He wasn't born into wealth, but with focus, daily practice, and a habit of learning smartly, Faraday grew into one of the greatest scientists ever. His biggest discovery? Electromagnetic induction, the principle that moving a magnet near a coil of wire produces electricity. It sounds simple, but this one idea powers almost everything around us. The fan in our room, the light bulb on our desk, the charger for our phone, even the trains that run on tracks, all of them exist because of this one discovery. Every time we switch on a light, we are touching Faraday's focused study and daily practice. His secret was not endless hours, but guided hours, not comparison with others, but clarity in himself. So don't measure your worth by how many hours you study or how flashy your notes look. Use wisdom. Guide your restless mind with focus, recall, clarity, and rest. Enjoy the process because knowledge and skill, Krishna says, is the purest gift and a chance to rise higher. So, tonight, when you sit with your books, remember focus like Arjun, recall like a master, explain like Feynman, and rest to recharge like a river that flows stronger after every pause. Thanks for spending this moment with us. If something stirred in your heart today, don't keep it inside. Your letter is not just words, it's energy, intention, a frequency that can ripple through your life. Write to Krishna at modernaimystic@gmail.com and join our Saturday circle of letters. Remember, Krishna is not far, he hears you, even in silence. Stay curious, stay open, and keep your heart tuned to his divine frequency. Hare Krishna and take care.